Hello, everybody. I'm here with Divisional Supervisor from Sarasota, Florida of the Hurricane Division, Rob Terwilliger. And Rob, we have a couple questions I'd like to ask you for the world of Kirby to hear. The first one is, what advice are you giving your distributors in your division on how they should adjust their business while we're going through this reopening phase of North America?
Dan, I think that's a good question. I think the overall challenge has been nothing more than a big opportunity for all of us. I think it's given people time to really look at their businesses, not just identify their strengths, but what their weaknesses are. And as far as scaling goes, I think our business, our format, right, our market is in a perfect position right now to not just double, but triple in the very near future. One is unemployment is higher than I've ever seen it in my lifetime. Number two, as far as something we've always discussed and talked about was when you have leads, it opens up the market, right? You're taking the lid off the jar. So I think the approach is really more on foundation, right? Recruiting on purpose with a target audience. And number two is making sure we don't create a niche, right? Because a leads department is going to create a couple different things, right? It's going to create the openings for full-time opportunities, part-time opportunities.
What groups do you target for recruiting, and what methods do you use to get those groups of people?
As far as who to target, I think it's just wide open. Right now is the perfect time for college students and also the high school seniors, right? I think those two are really great targets to approach.
I couldn't agree more, especially with the college students, because you were a college student. And we do know that there's an extremely high percent of college students in the United States that are considering not going back. They're looking for an opportunity right now because of the unemployment rates. They don't want to graduate into a depression type situation, right? How does a distributor get the college students or the high school graduates? How do we get those into our office, into the field?
First, I'll start with college. Most of the colleges have already graduated. However, there's still plenty of college students that live around campus. So one is definitely target the apartment complexes that are around there. There are also, dorms that still have students staying in there because they're going to summer school. You just never know when that yard sign or that flyer or that door hanger is going to catch them. They could have had a terrible day at work. Their hours could have changed, whatever the case may be. You just want to make sure that your message is there when they're ready to make a decision.
And for when you're talking about the yard signs and the flyers on the resources on DistributorNet, if you want, we have proofs that you can use, and you can edit them if you want. And print your number in there, and you can send those directly to your printers. And I would definitely put on all my advertising, whether it's digital advertising or Craigslist or signs or flyers. I think I would put students welcome, because sometimes the college kids or maybe the high school graduates, they see the ad, but they don't really know if they're qualified or not, because of the pay, or they might not have the skills. But if you put students encouraged to apply, I think we'll probably get more of them as well. Along the lines on that, not just college students, but retaining college students. When you started Kirby, Ron, did you start on a van program or a lead program?
I started on a lead program.
So you graduated from college, and do you think if they would have put you on a van that first week that we would be sitting here right now having this conversation?
100% no.
And so how did they take you from appointments, and then what happened the next couple weeks, couple months in the organization?
When I went to Kirby 24 years ago now, I think probably the strongest thing the recruiter did when they started talking about the products and the service, etc., he didn't do it in such a way where it screamed sales. Because I do remember asking him, I don't have to go door to door. He said, no, we have an appointment program, and we already have 2 to 3 appointments set up every day for you. In the beginning, we'll probably even have you with a manager assistant to go out just to help you through the learning curve. So again, I just believe you can scale up your business much quicker, and you're going to bring on a different quality of person that could be phenomenal in direct sales. Yeah. But the fear is keeping them from getting their foot wet.
No, and obviously I couldn't agree more. And I think targeting the college kids and the Generation Z with an attractive lead program, so they aren't fearful of having to go out there and knock doors. I think it's the absolute right thing for everybody to do. And at the end of the day, if you're a factory distributor or a distributor trainee, you own your own business. You own your company, and you have an obligation to yourself and the people that work for you to make the adjustments given the current market situations, and grow your business. Everybody knows a student that needs work right now. And if you don't, you know somebody that knows a student. And what we want to do is we want to get them in Kirby. We want to get them in our business before all the other businesses that are in the reopening phases hire all of them. That's what we want to do. A few more questions. One, why would you say leads are more important now than they've ever been?
We have a market right now that's screaming for opportunity. Many people that lost their dream, and they can come in and find their dream in Kirby. Kirby's a fast lane. Compared to the slow lane, Kirby's a fast lane. You find a person that knows what they want, right? We have the programs that can help them get there. So as far as leads being important, the only thing I can say is I think it's the most important thing a distributor could do. They can scale their business up so quickly. Distributors that get involved, their businesses grow. Distributors that delegate their business, they don't grow. Whether we're talking about digital leads, yeah, you can sign up for digital leads, but if you're not a part of the process, you delegated that, you don't know if it was done right, wrong, or whatever, right? So you just look at the results. And if you delegate digital recruiting, it's the same thing. So what the leads allows people to do is it allows them to scale their business at a rate they never could have ever done on a van program. What makes people unsure about it is because they haven't done it before, right? And so if they don't get instant success, it must not work. But a lot of times I've seen people delegate it to somebody instead of learning it, doing it themselves, and letting the program develop around their own efforts and their own actions.
And I like what you said about the digital leads. And that's, I have been to a lot of offices in the last several weeks. And most of the time when I hear we tried it, but it's not working, we call Anthony up and we find out that the ad was accidentally discontinued or something was done wrong. And that's why they didn't get the right results. So it's really something, Rob, not just the distributor, but the distributor and whoever is going to be involved with that. They can both get on a call once a week with Anthony and, hey, how do we streamline this? What can we adjust to get more bang for the buck? How can we maximize our investment? And it's just something that you want to stay on top of. Any other advice you'd give a distributor right now trying to grow their business?
You got to pick your targets on how many demos you need a week. Whether it's canvassing, leads, they both have a number, right? And so that's what you got to get married to and get engaged with, is how are you going to produce those numbers?
Like what Rob said, take action. If you're a business owner, if you're a dealer, if you're a recruiter, take action. All successful businesses right now, they're taking action, right? The stocks that just keep going up, they're ran by leaders that are taking action and making adjustments. So be decisive, as all successful people are, and take action and do it now, and let's grow. Come up, get on Kirby Distributor Net, your cell phone, your laptop, scroll down to what's new. And in the next few days, you'll see more scholarship information. You'll see the lead department quick start guide. You'll see tools on how to recruit college kids. You can go under resources under recruiting, and you can scroll down for college recruiting, and you can see the yard signs and the flyers that Rob was talking about to put on the campuses and around the houses, around the schools and the apartments. It's all there. So log in, take advantage of it. Great message, Rob, and let's grow.